For many veterans, the transition to civilian life is the first time they've needed to be responsible for their finances, which can often lead to challenges and missteps along the way. Enter organizations like Centurion Military Alliance, who are working to educate veterans on the importance of financial literacy as the foundation of a stable and successful future.
I served in the Army for 11 and a half years. I transitioned out in the year of 2004. It happened so fast that I was handed my DD 214 and I felt like a fish out of water.
Some of the challenges that transitioning service members and their families encounter have a lot to do with financial readiness. The issue can stem from much earlier on in one's service. When I joined the military at the age of 17, I'll never forget my first commander sitting me down and asking me if I had a savings plan. I said, "Oh, absolutely." And he kind of stood up a little straighter. He was so excited. He thought, "Well, what is it?" And I said, "I plan to marry a rich man." He just started cracking up. The scary part is that that was the first conversation and the last conversation I ever had about my finances. I look at it as CEO of Centurion Military Alliance, and I said, okay, how can we get further upstream to start talking about financial literacy?
The difference between financial responsibility and financial literacy, those terms are not interchangeable. Financial responsibility is, do you pay your bills? Do you not pay your bills? Financial literacy is a much more involved process for the individual to begin to understand what the universe of finance actually entails. There are certain benchmark questions that really help to, I think, inform the transitioning veteran population exactly where they are in that arc, and it challenges a lot of assumptions that transitioning population may have. So CMA, when we sat down and started saying, okay, how would we help our transitioning population? It was educational attainment, vocational proficiency, and financial literacy. And we set those three components, if you will, or pillars, on the foundation of holistic health, well-being, and resiliency. Understanding that if we could help the transitioning population address at least those three, the transitioning veteran would be better for it.
I first heard about Centurion Military Alliance's workshop from a veteran friend. I did go because I had just gotten laid off. And so I was on unemployment at the time. And there's nothing that hurts more than when you're scraping change, quarters, out of your coin jar just to go get milk at the corner gas station for your kid. In the workshops for Centurion Military Alliance, they cover the education, the financial stability, and employment in moving forward. One small trick that I learned, whenever you get a pay raise, a promotion, a bonus, don't run out and spend it. Put all that additional income into a savings. Having children, there's always emergencies. You always need to have a little bit put aside for those unannounced things that happen in life.
The cautionary tale there, regardless of who you are in the military, is to expect the unexpected, particularly in terms of finances. I always say that we are statistics, but we can make a determination of which column we're in. We can be informed and engaged in charting our own course financially. I actually think that financial literacy is like a lifelong process, like lifelong learning.
If I would have known what I know now 20 years ago, I would have been better prepared. I didn't really have a savings before. I am proud to say that I currently now have a savings, getting ready to purchase my second home, which is being built. I'm going to be moving my mother in with us. I call that my mother's retirement home.
We all sometimes start from a place that we didn't imagine, but there are resources, there is support, and the message has to be strong that we don't do this alone.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first steps. It's never too early, and it's certainly never too late.
When they talked about finances, that planted a seed. It just took a long time for it to grow in my head, but it's finally sprouting. I'm really proud of myself. I did it. I did it on my own.